Hello, today we want to discuss how we can bring the data from the HawkSoft and upload those data into the GHL, that is Go High Level. Okay, so first of all, we take an schedule node. We have set it in every day. We will run this node so that automatically run the AI agent, and the next node is HTTP request. This node used for bring the data from the HawkSoft. So with this API we can get the vendor list from the HawkSoft. So the idea is, when we want to bring the data from the HawkSoft, we need the agency ID, vendor ID. So first of all, we need to know that uh, what is our vendor ID. So that's why we are calling this API to know the vendor ID. So we will get the vendor ID from this API. If I run this, you will see the vendor ID from here. So it's taking time. Okay, so as you can see, we get the vendor ID from here, from this API. We have only one vendor uh, agency list, agency ID, that is this. And now we have to go to the next node, that is, we got the agency agency ID from the API, and now we need to hit by the agency ID, that that agency ID has some clients. We want to get those clients, so this API will give us the information of this client. So let's see, when we execute this node, we will get the ID, client ID, from this API only. So with this API we will get the client ID. And next node is loop. So we got the client ID. Now we need to um, hit the API by those ID, so that we can get the client information single by single by the API. So we are getting continue the loop, and in the next node we'll hit the API with the client ID, so that we can get the information from the HawkSoft of this client ID. So let's execute this step. As you can see, we get the information of a single client. So there is many information of that client, how many policies he has, and what is his contracts information, and many more. So now we want to run the JavaScript code, so that we can um, minimize the data and create a data set of those client. So we are running this code for making the data set, and if I execute this, it will give as the a data set that call GHL contract. Okay, so it is organized data. And now if we go to the next node, that is if condition, so we are checking that the email is exist or not. So if the email is not available in this data set, so we will go to the next loop for next client if the false. But if the email is existed in this data set or for this client, so it will go to the true and we will go to the next node. So let's see the next node. Okay, so next node is for the GHL. So now we have the HawkSoft data. We want to upload it in the GoHighLevel. So first of all, we need to check the data we want to upload in the GHL is already exist or not in the GHL. So we are verifying this by this API. So we are searching the contract by the email ID. So if this email already exists in the GHL, we will not upload this. So we are checking by this API. And next node is the next node is we are checking that contacts is available or not. So when we will get the contact is exist in the GHL, we will not execute. After that, if it is empty, then we will go forward. So let's execute this. Okay, so we were checking that the contact is already exist in the GHL or not. So by this node we will get the contact is exist already in the GHL. That's why we will just update the information. Suppose the information is already in the GHL, so we will upload the information of this, update the information of this contract. But if the contract was not in the GHL, so we need to create the contact in the GHL. So the update API we are using when we want to update this, and this is the create API for GHL when we want to create the contact in the GHL. So it will execute like this, and the next node is wait. So it will wait for 5 seconds and go to the loop for next client. So it work like that and execute every client to upload in the GHL.